We are streaming and we are recording. All of a sudden, Darren is ready to strike down them haters.
Yeah, because my striking is so dangerous.
Hey, I heard the sounds.
I'm saying it's infinitely better than it was like a week ago, just from like shadowboxing with Casey and like standing next to Miriam.
There you go.
That means it leveled up,
Yeah.
but it was at such a low level that like doubling it really doesn't amount to very much.
Just in the presence of striking raised
Yeah.
ability.
like I'm way better than I was, but I'm still shitty. Anthony, episode 235, Love and Chokes podcast is live on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm sitting across from you, but you're far, far away. You're in CLE.
Yes.
I'm in Vegas. I'm in the desert. I'm joined by the king of cats, the only man with a mouthpiece.
A mouthpiece.
Mouthpiece. Casey Smith, who fights this weekend at the Orleans Casino for Tough Enough. He will be early on the card, but that just means that we'll be early to get back to the celebration. You know, we'll get back to the crib and enjoy food and drink with people that love us faster than these other motherfuckers will be able to.
Nice.
Because if you're not making any money, why are you the main event?
That's true.
I'm just saying. You're not really the main event until you get that check. Everything else is an illusion. You know what the main event really is?
The last
The main
guy
event
leave.
on an Emmy show is the person who draws the most people.
Oh, okay.
That's the main event. So, like, the order of the card is bullshit. In an Emmy show, the order of the card is absolute bullshit. Because whoever sells the most will fill up the arena, will fill up the fucking bingo hall, wherever you happen to be. We happen to be at a nice place. Right? But you'll fill it up. And then when you're done fighting, all the people wearing your t-shirt are going to be in the fucking hallway with you, and then they go to their fucking cars and go home. So we'll see who the main event is on Saturday. I think I'm sitting next to the main event. I think the King of Cats is the main event, and I should be his fucking manager. Instead of his jiu-jitsu coach, I should be the goddamn mouthpiece.
The mouthpiece. So silly. Quick
Out
question.
here.
Quick question. So
Yes.
do you have to coach anybody else this time around or no?
No.
No.
My only charge is Casey Smith, and he's the only extreme couture fighter on the card.
Nice.
The next time I'm cornering will be a little more complicated, I think, socially.
Yeah.
I think there are going to be some people that don't like me as much as they like me right now. They already might have decided they don't like me. They may have already made their decisions about me. I am comfortable with these decisions.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Let that be known. I just think that we're in a town where people are destined to compete against each other at certain points in their lives. And I think the earlier that people get comfortable with that, the easier their lives will be. And I'm very, very comfortable with it. Like, very. We can discuss more about that as the date comes closer. And we can even possibly talk to one, if not both, of the subjects of this conversation.
Oh, jeez.
But let's not digress too far. Anthony, I feel like I've been edging all week. Do you know what edging is, Anthony? Should I enlighten you and the audience what edging is? Do you know what edging is, Casey?
I mean, I know who you're referring to, but I don't know.
So edging should be referred to more in terms of like all performances, because that's what you're really doing with an audience. You're like edging them.
Yep, this is where I thought we was going.
So edging is building yourself to the point where you're going to have a climax of some kind, of any kind. And then not having that climax, holding it back, letting everything recede, and then doing it again and again and again to perhaps create a climax so explosive that it's life-changing. That is the idea
Amazing.
behind edging. And I feel like we haven't talked about John Jones and Dominic Reyes, and I'm ready to pop. I'm ready to fucking go all over the internet, and metaphorically. So, as you may or may not know,
Casey's face said it all.
as you may or may not know, John Jones isn't just the greatest heavyweight of all time. He's not just the best light heavyweight of all time. He's also my boyfriend.
Oh.
And I live inside his pants,
Oh.
where I just hold his gigantic dick up everywhere he goes.
Amazing.
That's the word on the street. And by the street I mean in our house, in the hallway where me and Casey share rooms. That's the word. That's the word on the street. If that were the street, that I am the biggest dick rider of all time. Which I don't know. Like, there's some people out here who've ridden a lot of dick, and I don't want to undersell what they've done and accomplished. You know, like, what about Vanessa Del Rio? She's ridden a lot of dicks. Am I on that level? I say Belladonna.
Belladonna.
It's world class.
Rider of dicks.
It's world class.
I don't want to put myself in the category of such epic dick riders, but I will say I am not in the camp of Dominic Reyes 1. And of course, like, Mr. fucking naysayer Darren Branch has to be like, oh, I don't think that. I'm going to go against the tide. Look, I called the most extreme scorecard. Now, I didn't agree with it all the way, but I knew that there would be one scorecard that said 49-46. I fucking knew it. I knew that he would get one judge that could only see him as the winner. I knew that was going to happen. So I was like, all right, at least one judge has it 49-46 John Jones. Like, for sure.
I'm a fucking drug addict.
Now maybe that's the wrong card. I actually think that is a wrong card to have.
What a fucking cocksucker.
But I think if I just put on my defense attorney outfit, I could easily make a case for it.
Let's hear it.
And I think what happened, and what I think a lot of people saw, is John Jones being touched way more times than we've ever seen John Jones touched. But, like, I think we need to discuss what is a strike, right? Like, almost like Chappelle said, how old is 15 really? Like, when do I hit you and when do I hit you is what I'm really asking. So if my guard is up such that you get through it, but you get slowed down on the way, right? So you don't block out with it, right? So say, like, Casey's hands are up like this. Of course, if I miss him, I miss him, right? But this is exactly what I mean. So say he parries with this one, and I catch him like this, right? So now my hand is on his fucking face in the replay, right? But did I fucking hit Casey?
No.
I say no. But a lot of people say yes. A lot of people say yes if you're John Jones. If John Jones gets hit like that, he got his ass whooped in round 2. And that's not what I saw. I saw John being defensive in a lot of exchanges where Reyes let off a bunch of punches that touched John, but didn't land, didn't, like, have some effect. And then we have to discuss what the fuck significant means. Significant strike, I think, is also a misleading fucking term. Significant strike makes people feel like they did significant shit.
I do agree with that.
They're not significant. It doesn't mean that you did significant shit. It means it was not a jab. That's what it means.
Yeah.
Non-jabs.
Like, the fact that some of these leg kicks that they count as significant strikes, like some of these leg kicks, they'll be like, I fucking dare you to count that as a significant strike about me. I'm
just saying. Not that I'm hot about this, guys. I'm not hot about this. Maybe my head is gonna explode, but I'm fine. I promise. I'm just saying, when you see someone who doesn't get touched, basically ever, it's like when Floyd got that uppercut landed on him by Conor. People acted like the world uncreated. Like, no, I am the biggest Conor mark there is. But, like, he didn't whoop Floyd's ass or anything. He fucking punched him one time. Like, what are we talking about? Like,
It's like a fight at the club.
Exactly. We're judging it like it was a fight at the club.
I beat your ass. Motherfucker, you hit me once and they grabbed you. What do you mean?
Like, you didn't beat up anybody.
And you hit me from behind.
For a dude that got beat up, John Jones looked pretty good in that press conference.
He did.
So, like, if you're touching my face all these times, where's the evidence of this?
On the back of his participation belt.
Like, where's the evidence of this? So I think you can
Oh.
argue that in those exchanges where the numbers say you got touched 30 times, I say you got touched about 15 times. I say that it was maybe 20 times. Because a lot of those strikes are being counted as landed strikes that are not truly landed strikes. They're touched. You got touched at the very end of the punch, not where you're designed to be touched. Like as if I fade and like you graze my fucking beard and they're like landed, and it's like, all right, maybe landed, but like, was it an effective strike? What did it do?
Right.
It defended that strike essentially. And I don't need to get credit for the defense, but you should not get some large amount of credit for that offense if it wasn't effective. It didn't change anything. It certainly didn't change his fucking face. You know, so like I when I'm looking at damage and I'm looking at forward movement, which is something that they care about a lot, holding the center, which is something they care about a lot, especially when rounds are close. And you can say that every single one of those rounds was close. You can say every round of that was close. You can't say that like Dominic Reyes was robbed. But can I say that it's easy to score a scorecard for Dominic Reyes as the winner and that that's not making you a liar? Yes.
Yes.
Motherfucking 4-1.
I'll happily concede a 3-2 Reyes score.
I'll concede with that, but
I'll go 1-2-3 Reyes. I'll go 1-2-3 Reyes. I'll say that those strikes
100%.
had John on the defensive solely, that he wasn't countering, right? So in that way, they were effective. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even if they're not truly landed, right? Even if you're not hurting me, if you completely shut down my offense with your strikes, then they're effective strikes.
Yeah.
Under that definition, right? Under that interpretation and that psychology, you could score it for Reyes. And this is the fucking problem. Like, the problem isn't there's only 3 niggas judging it. The problem isn't like, oh, we need more people judging. The problem is it's called judging, which makes it subjective, which means that no matter how many different pieces of criteria you come up with, I'm still going to have my own fucking biases going into the evaluation of somebody's effort. And because of that, it will always be skewed and swayed. And the only real thing you're ever going to be able to tell an athlete with a real fucking truth in your heart is, hey, I'm going to need you to finish this fight, okay? I'm going to need you to knock this motherfucker out. I'm going to need you to choke this bitch. And it's the only way we'll know for sure we won. Otherwise, I would be standing next to you, crossing my fucking fingers that they saw the same things I saw and have the same values that I have. Fuck.
Man.
And that's our lives. That's what we're staking our lives on. We're staking our lives that, like, possibly the people judging this, which are those people in control of our lives for a very brief period of time, have the exact same sense of values that we do, and also saw the exact same things that we saw. It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. And, like, the only alternative would be to make it super, super, like point-based to the point where, like, you were just doing numbers games.
Yeah.
Where you just have to go in and do a certain thing and win the fight.
And then we get into a very gross area, I think.
Yeah, we go back to boxing, and then we go back to live
We
boxing.
start looking at Olympic boxing, amateur boxing.
Yeah.
And, like, we don't want to become that, where we're solely touching to get points. We're solely creating scenarios that are just points-based. Sport jiu-jitsu, I'm talking to you.
Mm.
Like, we're just creating a scenario where, like, we're not doing realistic things that could easily happen, because you know what the worst thing for an athlete to feel is? It's not a cut. It's not a fucking arm lock. It's a loss. And when they realize that they can just, like, make sure they don't have that feeling by crossing this T and dotting this I, that's what they're gonna fucking do. And if that makes for a boring, horrible sport, they won't care. What sucks is losing. And, like, everybody wants to perform, but there's a very rare athlete that actually values performance more than the win. And I'm talking about 2 to 3% of them, and I'm not saying that they're right. They're beautiful, but they're not necessarily right. There's a reason why there's only a couple of you. You know, it's because maybe it's not the right thing. Like, maybe you're on the wrong path. Even when it works out, like, the winner is who people want to be near. The winner is where the future is. So And that's the thing. Like, I think Dominic Reyes will get to be the guy. But he's not going to get to be the guy who beats the guy.
No.
And I think he's going to have to live with that. Will he get another shot at John Jones? If he doesn't get a shot at him right away, if he doesn't get the next fight, I doubt he does.
Yeah, I agree.
I doubt he does. They'll pass like ships in the night, different eras. This was his moment to try to do it.
Yeah.
And like what he has is a story. But he doesn't have a win. And a story is not a win. No matter how many people are telling your story, a story is still not a win. And history will remember that John Jones defended his title that night. And he's gonna have to live with that. And like get right with that. Don't take any fucking like comfort in the fact that everybody thinks you won. You did not win, Mr. Reyes. You did not win. And had maybe you done a little bit more, you would have won. But you didn't. And so you didn't. And like I literally say that like out of love because I feel like everyone's sucking this guy's dick. And they should exalt the performance, but like no one that's friends with him should. Because they didn't plan on him getting taken down in 4 and 5. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was supposed to defend those fucking takedowns. And had he defended those takedowns, he could tell a different story right now. He'd be holding the belt right now. But he didn't, and so he's not. And, like, judging is imperfect. And maybe he was robbed. Say whatever you want to say. Say whatever you want to say, but you're telling a story too. You know?
Yeah.
Just saying. Shout out to Dominic Reyes, though. For real. Like, great fight. Like, no rib. Like, for real. Like, great fight.
Yeah, like
But-
I thought you won. Thought you won, but fucking lies.
But it's either enough or it's not. And like, if we're gonna be in a subjective sport, we have to accept that. We can't decide to tell stories afterward.
Yeah.
Now, there's other fights on that card that were
Yes.
infinitely more egregious or at least debatable than the goddamn main event.
Oh, I can give you one right now. It's so bad. You guys brought it up earlier. Lauren Murphy versus Andrea Lee. You guys want to know how many media scores voted for Murphy?
Yes, I would like to know.
No.
There you go. 0.
Out of how many?
Out of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, so 12 out of 12 judges scored it for KGB Lee.
Yep.
And 0 out of 12 judges scored it for Lauren Murphy.
Yeah.
Which would lead you to believe that Lauren Murphy lost the motherfucking fight, yeah?
Yeah. No, well, Lauren Murphy won.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
Yeah, she
it would
got. Yeah,
lead you
yeah,
to
yeah,
believe
yeah.
that she lost the fight. But she got her hand raised. And, yeah, like, I didn't like seeing that. And I don't want to go too deep. But, like, let's just say Lauren Murphy ain't click. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we're not like, we don't jab it up in the hallways or anything. So, but then again, like, all these flyweights can get it. There's also that.
Yeah.
Like, this is a fight at flyweight.
Right.
So at the end of the day, like, I'll Jeff Gillooly any of you motherfuckers. Like, with love in my heart. I'm like, oh, like, you probably have a future. Like, that's too bad. Because I got a friend with some goals. You got to get the fuck out the way. But yeah, I thought Andrea did enough to win. But people disagreed. And that's the thing. Like, so on one side, on one fight, I'm on this side of history, right? I'm on the right side of history and the wrong side of the masses.
Right.
This fight, I agree with the masses and disagree with history.
You have,
Guess what?
you have your moments.
Guess what? No one's going to give a fuck. Because they're going to act like the truth happened instead of what we want to have happen. So, like, Andrea Lee is not going to get up the rankings. Lauren Murphy's going to move up. Way it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Way it is. Now, the one that I think is the most controversial is the Derek Lewis-Hilaire Latifi fight.
All right. Let me pull that one up. So.
And I think that's when you start to have the real conversation about worldview and judging. And then I also saw my own biases come out during this because I've never met Derek Lewis personally, right?
Mhm.
And I've met Ilir Latifi multiple times, and he's always been pleasant to me, right? And right now he's training out of Extreme. And even though like I don't attach myself directly to any team in particular. I have fucking loyalty to people that I see every day. And so I was like, oh, I fucking kind of hope he does well here. I hope he wins. And so when he starts getting takedowns and shit and holding Derek Lewis against the cage, I'm like, man, I think Alir might have done enough here. I think Alir has 2 rounds to 1. I think he fucking beat Derek Lewis. I think he just beat a fucking top 10 guy. Maybe a top 5 guy at the time. I'm like, God damn it. Alir at light heavyweight wasn't doing very much. Goes to heavyweight, weighs 246, is 5'10",
Yeah,
and just took out a fucking top guy.
it does work.
But here's the thing.
But
In a fight, you should probably throw some fucking punches, dog. In a fight, you should probably throw punches because that's what people think of as a fight. You can wrestle and you can try to choke him, but if you don't punch him, it's not looked favorably upon you. You know, like history does not go in favor of the grappler who does not strike in a fight. It just if you don't finish him, you're not gonna win. And like we just saw an Ami fight with a buddy of ours, a Hawaiian guy. He got taken down multiple times during the fight. But the guy that took him down literally hit him 0 times. And he got up and he fucking cracked the dude. And the guy would take him down again and hit him 0 times. And then he would get up and he'd fucking crack him again. The guy would take him down again, hold him for a while.
yeah,
Literally throws 0 punches, bro. Like, not like he's missing, right? Not that they're not landing. Like, they're not happening.
he's just holding you.
And I think that's what's happened with the Alir fight, the Alir Latifi fight. He knows that he has a dangerous guy on his feet, a guy that threw a fucking flying knee and some jump roundhouse kicks and shit
Yeah,
at heavyweight. At the heavyweight limit, no less, right?
yeah,
This dude's coming in at 265, like, ka-cha! Like throwing ka-chas at you,
jumping
right?
up.
So maybe if you take him down, hands get locked and we just hold this motherfucker for a while. And I'm sure he planned on whooping his ass. I'm sure that was the plan. But he just didn't execute that. And he didn't throw strikes. And when you don't throw strikes in a fight, I don't think you can expect to reasonably win on judges' cards.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened there. And so as controversial as it is, we're so used to seeing takedowns mean so much. I think you have to back up your takedowns with violence.
Yeah. Do you want to think?
You
You
know,
want to know what
we
everybody
don't.
else thought too?
What?
They all thought. Only one person thought Latifi won.
1 out of the 12?
Yeah, one of the 12. Yeah, all of them gave it 29-28. Lewis.
Dude. Judas.
Judas.
Or is he Peter? I don't know. Peter denied him, right?
I don't know, dude. I don't keep.
It's hard to
track
know
of
which
that
one of the 12 chosen that one is.
I don't keep.
They're
track
all
of that stuff.
doubting Thomas. Choose, pick one. They're all fucked. All right, so I think that does it enough for the UFC wrap up. I think it would be nice if we lived in a world where we had judging that everyone could agree with, guys. And
Oh wait,
that
what
would
was the
make
thing you
everyone
wanted to
happy,
tell us about?
but fucking impossible. What?
There was one that you wanted to talk about that you said like you talked to somebody about it.
Oh yeah, dude. The fight of the night. The fight of the fucking night. Dan Ige
Oh yeah.
and Bektik. That was the fight of the night, dog.
Yes.
That was the fight of the night. That fight was awesome. And Dan Ige joined us at the end of our lunch today.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good to see him. He's got a great attitude. And so do his friends. Like, he's just a cool dude. And he's a fucking murderer. Like, that dude's a fucking assassin. And he's so nice. He's so personable. So Dan came out in the first round and took it to Mirsad Bektik. And Bektik is at a TriStar, and that's a very heralded gym. And, like, people were talking about him like he was the next big thing.
Right.
But he had a little injury gimmick, and, like, he was out for a while. But, like, here he's back, and he's going to fight a tough guy in Ige. But, like, they were basically looking at it like this was his coming out party. That's how I feel like they were setting the stage. Like, this is Bektik's time to show that he's a fucking bad motherfucker. And, yeah, we're going to put him up against a tough guy, but, you know, this guy is the guy.
This guy's tough as hell.
Well, Dan Ige put it on this dude in round 1. Round 2, I think, went to Bektic. And then right before round 3 started, the corner of Ige just fired him up, and I think he was already fired up. And those guys cut a promo that I think people should watch. And I didn't want to spoil any of it. But he comes out in the 3rd round and puts it on this motherfucker. And then he's like, yo, this is Ige. He goes, dude, I was talking shit to him. And I'm like, what? Like, you were talking shit? And he's like, nah, for real. Like, I was talking shit to him. He's like, so his corner is like, throw the 1-1-2, 1-1-2. And so then Ige goes, 1-1-2. He hits him with the 1-1-2, and he goes, listen to your fucking corner.
Dude.
Like, what the fuck? And the only reason I share this is because he said you can hear this in the fight. If you watch the fight on Fight Pass, you can hear these things. So, like, I'm not really talking out of school if you can hear it fucking happening. Like, I feel comfortable. And he told the story more than once.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel comfortable telling the story. Like, he's telling the story, too. Then the guy fucking shoots on him, and he stuffs the takedown. And he's like, your wrestling fucking sucks. Are you serious? I can't believe it. I couldn't believe he said that shit in real life. It's just so fun. It's just so fun. And, like, that is a part of combat, though. And I think people think of it as, like it's tasteless sometimes, or it's just for laughs. It's not. It's not just for laughs. Like, when someone does something that they're confident at and you shrug it off, that does one thing to them. But if you're able to talk to them in that moment, it displays a level of comfort that's disarming. So it's not that, like, you're insulting them. It's literally the fact that you are comfortable enough in the moment to speak. Like, I can talk right now. It's like when people are on their fucking cell phone texting, they're like, I can't talk right now. This has all my attention.
Right.
Well, I'm standing across from a killer, and I can talk. I have time. In fact, I can talk shit to you. That's how fucking comfortable I am right now. Like, hello, Mr. Killer. Fuck you. How was your last day? Oh, yeah? I had a sandwich. Fuck you. Like, it's that easy for you. It displays a level of comfort that is very difficult for some people to see. Like, some guys can deal with that. It doesn't process as super negative to them. They see you talking to them, and they're talking to you back. Or they allow you to do it because they're so comfortable with that happening. But there are people that experience that coming at them, and they shut the fuck down. Part of them dies. Part of them realizes that, like, this is a bad day to be them.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's all that beat Mr. Bektic. There are also some knuckles involved. But I think that's a factor. And I think it's interesting that he shared that with us. And I think that's why I wanted to share it with people. Is like, don't forget that, like, that's not just some, like, brash tactic. That's a real tactic. It's a real tactic. Now, what you say in those moments will decide how you're going to be perceived. And maybe you don't want to say, like, yeah, yo, mama sucked a bunch of dicks. Like, you don't want to say something that crazy, right?
Right.
But just talking shit isn't just for bad guys. It's not a heel character. It's something that if you're comfortable enough in the moment to do, if it's in your heart to do, I suggest you fucking do it. Like, if it's in your heart to do and you feel comfortable to do it, you shouldn't feel like, well, that doesn't represent me as a martial artist, or, oh, I don't want to shame my gym. You're not going to shame your gym. You would shame your gym by losing, by not being yourself. These are ways to shame your gym.
Correct.
Like, talking a little bit of shit. Everybody will get over that. It's fighting, man. We're fucking fighting here. You know who else is fighting here?
That guy.
This guy. Young Casey Smith is fighting this weekend at the Orleans here in Las Vegas. It will be his second amateur fight since his dramatic 100-pound weight loss, but his third overall amateur MMA fight. And I have some questions for the King of Cats. First of all, do you think it's even possible that nickname will stick?
I hope that it doesn't, but I feel like it's fucking going to eventually.
Oh man!
Wait.
I can
So
do
what
anything.
is it? What is it?
I want him to be, and not forever, but like, I mean, we're just Emmys right now, right? Like, let's have a little fun.
Look at his face. He's like, I'm not happy to.
Well, then he shouldn't have fucking got the mouthpiece too. All right, so I think his nickname should be Casey, King of Cats Smith. I think it's fucking great. I think it sounds hilarious. He also has a mouthpiece that is just kittens. So it's right, it's just kittens across the teeth.
Okay.
So he's the king of cats. He is a cat owner.
3 of them.
Three cats,
Trice.
right? He's thrice an owner of cats. And they would probably describe him as their king. Therefore, I crown him, Casey, King of Cats Smith. And I think that sounds hilarious. I want someone to say that into a microphone in front of at least 1,000 people. And if I just get it once, dog, then we can move on to a real nickname. But like that mouthpiece, that meowthpiece made me feel like I had to like really stand on this hill until I died on it. Like, like I think King of Cats is a fun name, but it won't last, right? Like, I don't think it should last forever.
No, definitely not.
But all right. So this is the second fight since the weight loss, and we are fighting at 160 pounds.
Yeah.
How's this cut different than the cut that you made to 170?
It just definitely feels like a walk down. I mean, last time I fucking was dying at this point already. Like, I felt like I was not able to, like, do anything. And, like, right now, like, if we tell me I have to go work out, I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fine with it now. Losing this weight, I think, is going to be a lot easier.
So just overall, like, the energy feels like you have more.
Yeah.
Like, you don't feel like you're super depleted.
No, not at all. Not
Last
even
time you did.
the entire time, it seemed like.
And the cut itself, like, the last time we were in the sauna, we really did 2 cuts.
Yeah, we did a Wednesday and then a Thursday.
How would you describe the differences between the 2 sessions?
I think knowing on the last day that you just have to do it makes it just a little bit more reasonable in your own mind. Like, you're just like, all right, it's going to come off no matter what anyways. But the day before, it's like, it doesn't have to come off today. Like, in your mind, it's weird. It, like, tells you that, like, it doesn't have to. Even though it's like, well, you know how much easier it would be if it just did?
You know, that makes perfect sense. It's like there's little, like, procrastination demons, and, like, they'll creep up your leg and into the base of your spine,
Yeah.
and they'll come out of your mouth and say crazy shit like, well, I guess we could just do it tomorrow.
Yeah. When if you just didn't, you would feel a lot better. You know what I mean? And your life would be so much easier.
So in an ideal universe, do you make the agreed upon 160 pounds like on Thursday night, or do you make that on Friday? Like, gun to your head truth.
I think, honest to God, I think I'm going to be there Thursday night. Even if not, I believe that I'll wake up Friday morning where we want to be.
Okay.
Like, I think that the flow overnight will put me right.
And
at
that's ideal.
That's perfect ideal. And if not, and we have to go in and cut a pound, like, I really don't care. Like, I don't mind cutting on the morning of. It gives me something to do. You know what I mean? It gives me something else to, like, look forward to other than, oh, I'm going to go step on a scale and wait for everybody else to go step on the damn scale in time.
That's the thing. Like, weigh-ins are, like, really, really boring processes.
Mm-hmm. And
Like,
it's not fun for anybody that's fighting at all. It never is. If somebody says that they don't mind it, they're lying. Because I believe everybody hates it. It's just something that you should have a time period to weigh in by, so you can walk in, step on a scale with a commissioner that's got to be there all day that gets paid for this shit anyways. You sit there by the damn fucking scale all night. And just right when people come in, this is their weight on this time. If they're not there by this time, all right, you don't get to fight.
so essentially, weigh-ins are very similar to, like, how people describe movie sets or TV show sets, where you get to a place at a given time and they're like, you need to be here at this time, and you hurry up to get there, and you just hurry up so that you can wait.
Yeah.
So you sit there after being there on time and going through whatever the fuck you had to go through to get there on time, which is usually some kind of calamity, because this is a stressful time.
Right.
This is a stressful time for young men like Casey, for young women who are trying to get to the fight. Maybe it might be like their 3rd fight. It might be their 10th fight. They might be fighting for a belt. There's all kinds of things. Your grandma just died. Your fucking car broke down. You know, whatever stress is in your life is going to be magnified when you are depleted and hungry and fucking dehydrated.
Yeah.
So only the suffering in your life is in the front of your mind. And then when you get there and you're like, so when do we get on the scale? You're like, oh, in about 2.5 hours probably. That's what happens with these fucking things. That's how they fucking treat these motherfuckers.
Such a waste of time.
It's crazy.
Such a waste of time.
But there isn't a better system for that.
Yeah.
Right? And in general, we are fortunate. Like, you are fortunate that you get access to an amazing facility to cut weight in.
And the people there, I mean, and shit, it's even day before weigh-ins out here. Like, a lot of people don't understand. In Ohio, when I fought in Ohio, that was day of weigh-in. We weighed in at noon. I think I fought at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? That is hard as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
and at the time I was making 155. Yeah, I was walking around at 170, but still, that is insane to cut weight on the day of and then just like and try to rehydrate by then. You know, that's not okay.
No,
Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult indeed to do.
yeah.
And the intention of that is to discourage people from cutting weight. But
Mhm.
like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah.
Like,
hell
they're
no.
gonna cut fucking weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, for the same reason that we were talking earlier about, like, if you made it so that there was a more point-centered style of scoring for MMA,
Yeah.
that athletes would move toward that. Like, we will always game the system. Always.
Yeah.
So, like, they're not going to cut less weight because you said, oh, it's same day. They're not going to do it.
Nah.
They're going to cut just as much weight and just tell themselves they'll be fine in a few hours.
Yep. Yep.
The way it is. So what do you know about your opponent, and do you care about any of these things that you know about your opponent?
I always try to tell myself I don't care, but I mean, how can you not? I mean, you're going one-on-one versus somebody, and we're physically going to hurt each other. So like, I have to know something. I have to know who you are as a person, and like, even if all it is, I'm looking at your Instagram and pictures of you and your family. Well, then I know something. You know what I mean? I know something about you.
Like, we know what your family looks
Yeah,
like.
like I know how you feel. I know what you look for comfort. You know, even if it's just a picture of you and your dog. Like, all right, so I know the things that make you happy. Well, I'm gonna make sure that I attack you in every way that I feel mentally possible before that. And then when we get to fight each other, then I feel like I've already beaten you. The mental game is 90% of it, and everybody that fights can tell you that's the truth. Everybody else works out. Everybody else hits mitts. Everybody fucking wrestles. Everybody does that shit. Yeah, you may be a little bit better than me at this or a little bit better than me at that, but I'm fucking meaner than you. And in this game, that's kind of all that fucking matters, is that I'm willing to hurt you more than you're willing to hurt me. And that's just the truth in all of it, in my opinion. There's not a whole lot of people that can beat you when you're like that. There's just a little bit more drive. Even if it is just like that. I don't know, like when somebody hits me in the cage, that doesn't discourage me. It's just, I don't know, it's more exciting in the fact. It makes it more worth it. It's like, oh, okay, so we're really fucking doing this? You're gonna fight back finally? Like, okay, let's do this then. That's the part of it that makes it the most exciting for me.
Powerful.
And then also too, when you're fucking smashing somebody, that's exciting as well.
There you go.
It is also quite thrilling to smash a man about his face.
Yeah.
Until he's no longer moving, or until another man, usually larger than us, pulls me away from him.
That too.
And that is the plan. In the first round on Saturday, we're doing the first round. There are 2-minute rounds, so this is going to be quick.
I mean, it has to be quick.
Has to be.
Yeah.
It's just what it's gonna be. Sorry, it's what it is.
So, do you like to have game plans for individuals, or do you like to have goals for yourself for fights? Like, how do you approach the fight initially?
I think
I know
I
we're
have a
starting to
goal.
run short. I know.
I think we have a goal, but if the goal doesn't get accomplished, then we just go, we're gonna win the fight. That's pretty much always it. If the goal doesn't get accomplished right away, then we go, all right, cool, we're just gonna win the fight. That's all that matters.
What's the best outcome that could happen to make you feel the happiest?
Honestly, I want to knock him out in the first round. I want a clean drop, and then I'll fucking finish him. That's what I
A
want.
clean drop.
Yeah.
Clean.
The Knucks. Knuck up.
Yes.
This Saturday, Casey Smith at the Orleans. If you're in Vegas and you say that you fuck with me, or if you're in Vegas and you say that you fuck with Casey, the King of Cats Smith,
Yeah.
and you are not going to be at the Orleans, the truth is you don't fuck with us. The truth is you don't love us as much as you say you do. And we'll forgive you, but will you forgive yourself? That's a real question that you should ask yourself. Go to CageTix.com.
Select my name.
Select the fighter, Casey Smith.
Mm.
You won't be able to see King of Cats. It won't be there. We have not formalized the nickname. But maybe if you bring a sign and hold it up, maybe if a listener out there brings a sign, just give me some kind of sign, girl. It's a good record. If you give me a sign, then maybe we'll get him to put that in his little fucking bio. The next time they ask him if you have a nickname, he'll be like, fuck King of Cats. That's all I want. That's all I want. It didn't have to be enthusiastic. So he's like, oh, fucking goddamn it.
So I'm gonna give you some advice, Casey. As quick and as fast as you can, get that nickname out. And out there in the ether right away. Get it done with and over with, because the way Darren's brain works is there's few things that he remembers, but things that torment other people are things that he's going to remember. So you need to get rid of this quickly and fast as possible. Embrace it, take it in, take all the power away from him, and then that way you won't. Because
take all the power away from him.
Because I've never seen you look so small.
Situation as fast as possible.
Yeah, I've never seen you look so small in my life. Like as soon as he started bringing it up, you're like, I gotta get out of here. I'm ready to leave. I'm like, yeah, you need to take that power away from this man. I'm telling you right now.
All right, you guys together are not a good idea. You guys, you guys know too much. You know where the bodies are buried. I don't want you guys collaborating on anything else in the future. It upsets me greatly. Mr. Smith must prepare himself.
All right.
Yes, it is time
For one of his final training sessions. I know that you have things to do, but do you have any weird news for me?
I do. We have a good 15 minutes to go. See you, Mr. Smith.
I'm out.
He is out.
Just shut it.
Long live the king.
The king is here. So, did you see the video by what do we call him now? Jada God, of the stripper that fell.
I was told of a video where a stripper falls down the pole and then gets up and proceeds to dance.
Yes.
And I want to just send a shout out to her wherever she is. Is she a black girl?
She is. I believe she is. Yeah, I believe she is.
And she's probably in Atlanta.
Actually, Dallas.
No, I was just being racist.
No, you're fine.
No, just a racist joke. Yeah, shout out to her. Because, like, look, a lot of people say shit like, I would go to work. You know what I'm saying? But no, like, that bitch went to work.
Oh.
And she went to work to work.
Yeah.
And not many people do that.
Yeah.
Not many people show up and really put in that fucking 8 hours of work.
Yeah.
And she was there for the work.
Yeah. She fell a good 15 feet on her head.
What did she land on?
Her head.
Damn.
Yeah. Her jaw is broken.
It is broken.
It is broken. She's in the hospital. She was in the hospital for it.
Wow. What a soldier.
She can't even. Oh yeah, her jaw looks like her jaw's wired shut. It looks like.
Yeah, that's what happens when you break your jaw.
And then she has $3,000. She has $30,000 from GoFundMe already.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, she's.
See, when you fuck yourself up and you really like give an effort, people kind of care, man. People aren't so bad. People are pretty cool.
Yeah, she just.
Shout out to that girl. I'm glad she got $30K. I hope it covers the fucking bill she has. I'm sure that wasn't a fucking cheap job to wire her jaw shut.
Well, yeah, she wanted $20K, so she got 30. What I think is the most messed up thing is like, I think 21 Savage was like, she's like, yeah, she was listening to my new song and got immortalized. That's what.
It's like, now you're immortal.
Yeah, now you're
You're
immortal.
the bitch that fell to my record.
Let's see what else is going on.
Yeah, dude. I respect that all around. I'm glad she got some money. I'm glad that she's all right. I didn't realize she broke her jaw and kept dancing.
Yeah, she just landed straight on her head, cracked her jaw, and then just kept it going.
Wow. Soldier.
Let's see. Next.
Give me another piece of weird news.
I do. Let's see. So I believe this, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. So free porn offered to quarantine coronavirus cruise passengers.
All right, so I've seen this also like in the peripheral of my news, right? Like I see it in like my fucking YouTube feed and shit. Like a picture of a cruise ship.
Yeah.
So what exactly is going on?
So from what I understand, and I could be completely wrong. I think this is more like, basically what it is that I think these people are all. That basically what happened is that there's a court.
Oh God!
What?
I just got a text message that said there's breaking news on Connor.
Oh, let's look this up right now. Connor, forget my weird news. Let's see,
If there's breaking news on Connor,
let's see.
let us be among the first to break it.
Oh, yeah.
I love that you gasped and then nothing. You son of a bitch.
Well, because it's like all I see is that Manny Pacquiao has signed with the same management company that reps Conor McGregor 13 minutes ago from Ariel Helwani.
It says new video of a female in him.
Oh, let's keep looking for videos.
That's not good. That's never good. Oh no.
Well, let's see.
Because
Female.
I don't want to be the one to tell everyone.
Let's see. Oh, I haven't found anything just yet, so you're safe. Let's go on Reddit real quick.
Funny messages from Casey.
Let's go check on Reddit real quick and see. Let's see.
Oh man, I will not confirm or deny these things.
I have not seen anything yet. So wherever your person's getting this source from is it's either he's close to it or whatever.
Probably on the inside.
Yeah.
It's probably true. Whatever.
TMZ. Let's see. TMZ. Conor McGregor. TMZ. Let's see if there's anything from this.
You're like, I know who I trust. Harvey. Harvey Levin would get this out right away. If Harvey's talking about it, if Harvey ain't put it out.
Nothing. I don't see nothing yet. So.
That doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
I know. I'm just saying.
If there is some mysterious Conor video, may it not bury him so deep that he cannot crawl his Irish ass out.
Oh well. Well.
Oh well.
All right.
Oh yeah. Speaking of oh well, shout out to Fiona Apple. That's all I want to say about that. Like Fiona Apple is like one of my favorite singers of all time, and I saw a video of hers that I just thought was cool, and I commented on it. And then I got a like, and it was an anonymous like, and I have a strange feeling that anonymous like was Miss Apple herself. And I started like playing her songs this week, and like she's just fucking tremendous. So random shout out to Fiona Apple to end the fucking podcast. Anthony?
Yes.
It's been a lovely 235.
It has.
I am glad that John Jones is still the light heavyweight champion of this fucking world.
Yes.
I am happy that everybody else is mad about it.
Are you?
Not true. It's only partially true. And I will also say this to you, Anthony. Today I bench pressed. And I asked for a spot from Bo Sandoval, who's like a weightlifting guru over there. And I was like, I'm going to do one more set because I was just doing fives.
Right.
Up to 170. I was trying to be conservative. Right? But I was feeling strong after my last set of 5. And I was like, Bo, I'm going to try a triple at 185.
He's like, oh.
And he was like, all right, let's go. And he like walked over with me and he spotted me. And I fucking cranked it out. And he goes, that was good bar speed. And I was like, oh!
Yeah.
I was like, he said I was good. Bo says I'm good. Bo says I'm good. And like, it's funny how like something that small could actually affect your morning. Like, Bo Sandoval saying I had good bar speed on my fucking triples. I was like, I feel like the man right now.
Oh, I'm sad.
I feel like the man.
Oh wait, I'm happy. Wait, no, am I sad? No, I'm sad. What's today? Today's
Why are
the
you
11th.
sad?
Wait, today's the 11th.
It is.
Yes. All right, cool. All right, cool. Deadlifts today.
Are you deadlifting today?
Yeah, today. I missed out on the terrible new cardio workout yesterday.
What happens?
It's you do 5 mountain climbers to each side, and then you do 1 burpee, and then you do that again 25 times in 10 minutes.
Oh, fuck. Is he upset about something?
I don't know. No, he's not. He keeps telling people like, don't question my parenting.
I'm like, Matt, is everything okay at home?
Like everything is just like terrible here. I'm like,
Yeah, bro.
like why would you do this to people? Like,
When I first joined, he used to do the fucking mountain climbers were paired with tuck jumps, and I was like, so I'll see you in like a week. Like, I'm not fucking coming back for a while. Like,
yeah.
this is terrible.
There's one that was so bad that he just got rid of it. It's like do 100. I don't know if it's like 100 burpees or do like 100. Like I don't know what it was, but it was just like you just do that exercise the whole time, and that's it, and that's your cardio for the session. It's like you just do this one exercise over and over and over again continuously.
Yeah.
Maybe jump squats. I don't know, but it was terrible.
For how long?
For basically until you can get, like, I mean, it was about 10 minutes. It's like some ungodly number, like 200 or 100 of them, and you just have to keep going forever. I'm happy I got rid of that.
That sounds like a pro wrestling tryout.
It does. Nobody makes it through it.
It's something designed to make you quit.
Yes, nobody makes it through it. Like you just nobody ever beats that one. It's like nope, you're done. 70, 80, your hips stop working. No, it's over.
No more hinging for you, bitch.
Exactly.
It's a wrap. You sit your happy ass down somewhere.
Exactly.
Anthony,
Yes.
this is goodbye for real. I must bid you adieu. Goodbye, Internet. XOXO.